Hi, this is Ernie. I'm that guy who had 6,000 in his checking account to now having millions of dollars. I'm going to show you the easiest way to make money. How easy is this? You need two hands, probably a couple fingers, and you need 5 minutes. And how much money did I make? The one that I'm about to show you, $2,200, actually close to $2,300. Yes, again, 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes with a couple fingers alone. What am I doing? Do you need a college degree? No. Do you need to go get another job? No. Do you need to learn how to program something? Absolutely not. Do you need to go out and buy something and bring it home, sell it online and ship it? Absolutely not. Again, I just said it only takes 5 minutes. And I'm going to show you what it is so that you'll be able to replicate this. And so that you'll be able to enjoy your financial freedom and do what I do. Go play pickleball, go shopping, go watch a movie, go on a date with my wife. Something that you could truly enjoy without having to worry about a 9-to-5 job. It's selling options. And for those who have never heard of this, and those who might think that options is very risky, it is risky if you are buying them. People who buy 90+% of them end up losing money. So what do I do that's giving me this type of income on a regular basis every week? Literally week after week after week. It is because I'm selling my options to those people who are losing 90+% of the times. So let me show you what I did earlier, spending, I think it was maybe not even 3 minutes, so that you'll be able to see what it is and whether this actually makes sense for you to follow. So this is my baby account. So this morning, I show you all my trades. There's like nothing hidden, nothing secret. I'm like extremely transparent about this. I ended up selling something called SOXL, $19.50 put option that expired this Friday. And I sold 80 contracts, meaning I have enough to buy 8,000 shares of this particular ETF. And I got 21 cents per share. This is the amount of money that I paid in commission. Unlike other things, when you sell options or buy options, you have to pay a commission. And this is the money that I generated. Just one click alone, $1,654.90. Fortunately, I don't need this money. So what do? I use that money to buy more shares of something that I want to own. And in this particular case, it's a biotechnology ETF. So I bought 28 shares, almost a similar amount. So everything I got, I spent to buy 28 more shares. Also, I have enough cash, so I ended up selling 5150 LABU ETF put options, only 10 contracts. And for that, I ended up getting $646.86. Luckily, this is now $58. So most likely this is going to go expire obsolete at the end of this week. And what did I do with that money? So I don't need that money. So I went to buy more shares. So here I bought 11 more shares at this price, and I ended up spending almost everything that I got. For some of you who have never watched this just went whoosh. I don't even know anything about investing. I don't know anything about options. Everything you just said is gibberish. And it's fair, because if you have not been exposed to this is like talking in a completely different language. But here's the trick. You have to start somewhere. Otherwise, you're just going to miss out on an opportunity to make money like this. And the amount of cash that I use for this particular trade is about $130,000. And many of you might say, I don't have that kind of money. And this is why what today's video is about. Today's video is about how to save money so that you eventually be able to do this. And for somebody to say, man, there's no way I can come up with $130,000 even if I work 10 years. Nobody can. Many people cannot. And this is why I want to talk about this book too. how to invest $50 to $5,000. Because if you start small, you'll and start adding money into your investment account and let your money grow, you'll eventually get there. And when you get to $5,000 and do what I do, how powerful is that? Because I typically get 1% return. So if you have $5,000, that means you get $50 a week, which might not sound a lot, but it's $200 a month, might be sufficient enough to pay for your groceries. But if you eventually get to $10,000, that's $100 a week, $400 a month. And if you keep saving and keep investing, and if you eventually get to $100,000, that means $1,000 a week, or $4,000 a month. Or if you do something like I do, use leverage, a little bit riskier, leverage fund, I just made $2,300. Close to, so if you do the math and do 4 weeks, it's over $9,000. If you have $9,000 a month, you could probably quit your job and never have to deal with mean boss, mean coworker, deal with traffic going to work, 9 to 5, somebody looking over your shoulder, yelling and screaming that you're not doing something right. You don't have to deal with any of that. But you cannot just go from zero or small amount of money to $130,000 overnight. So this is what this book will teach you. This book will teach you how to get to 50. This book then teaches you how to get to $100, then 500. And for those who are starting new and who have never invested, I actually recommend creating something visual in your room or in your bathroom, in your refrigerator. Like, for example, we have kids. So each time they get taller, there's a little marker by the window. Or if you go to an office and for a sales team, they typically have a thermometer. So as you sell more, the color turns red. You could have something like that. And you could gamify it, meaning you could turn it into a game. So when I first started, I started with like $50 or $6. And then I sold everything that I had, got rid of like all the junk that I really didn't need. And then I got to like a couple hundred. And I said, oh man, if I just do a little more, if I just don't eat out, if I don't go buy a drink outside, I could save a little more and a little more. And then once you reach that 500, like there's that thrill of hitting the milestone, especially for social style driver like me. And then you get to 5,000, you get to 6,000, and then first 100,000 is the hardest. But once you get to first 100,000, oh yeah, because now you can do a lot of compounding and benefit from it. Now 150, 200 becomes relatively easy. So what do I recommend? I recommend you to do two things. You could use any type of a bottle. It could be a pretzel bottle. It could be, doesn't matter. Save money whenever you can, even if it's 25 cents a day or $1 a day. And whatever money you put it in, you invest the way Nancy, this is the author, she tells you to do, or you could do it however you want. You could put it into VOO using recurring investment. And that's what Uncle Bert Challenge is all about. So try to get a copy from the library so that you don't have to spend money, or get a copy with a couple friends so that you guys can share the cost, or just buy a book, or however you want to do it. Study to invest small, because just like people say, each raindrop will eventually accumulate to be an ocean. And you will get there sooner than you think if you're diligent about saving and investing. I know you guys will have a lot of questions about this. And I hope this might be motivating enough for you to start investing and saving. If you use my link in my profile and open a SoFi account, they give you free $25. Great. Who's going to give you free money except SoFi? So if you are in the US, please open an account with them so that you can get a head start. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You could reach me through comments or direct messages. And of course, also follow me, like my videos, and please repost so that your friends will also join the journey together and encourage each other to do this. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.